Life throws curveballs that hit hard, heartbreak that leaves you shattered, failure that knocks the wind out of you, loss that creates a void so deep it feels endless. But listen, that pain isn't here to destroy you. It's your secret weapon waiting to be harnessed. Imagine it as rocket fuel, propelling you toward heights you never thought possible. Instead of curling up and hiding, you grab it, mold it, and let it ignite your drive. Think about it. Every champion, every survivor has stared down agony and flipped it into fire. That breakup, it's not the end. It's the push to rediscover your worth, to build boundaries stronger than steel, to attract relationships that elevate you. You wake up with that sting, and instead of scrolling through old photos in regret, you hit the pavement running, channeling the hurt into sweat and progress. Your body transforms, your mind sharpens, because pain demands action. It screams, get up, you're better than this. Failure hits like a freight train. Maybe you bombed that presentation, lost the deal, or watched your dream crumble. Society says lick your wounds and move on quietly. Now you roar back. That flop teaches you what not to do, refines your strategy, builds grit you didn't know you had. Remember, diamonds form under pressure, gold purifies in fire. Your failures aren't defeats. They're data points, lessons etched in your soul. Use them to pivot, to innovate, to come back swinging harder. Turn that embarrassment into expertise, that doubt into determination. And loss. Oh, it's the toughest teacher. Losing a loved one, a job, or even your sense of security rips you open. But in that rawness lies power. It forces you to confront what's truly important, to cherish the present, to rebuild from the ground up. That emptiness becomes space for new growth, new skills, new connections, new purpose. You honor the loss by rising, by turning grief into goals. Maybe you start that business in memory of what was taken, or you mentor others because you know the void too well. Pain like that doesn't fade. It evolves into empathy, wisdom, and unshakable strength. Embracing this isn't passive, it's aggressive. You journal the hurt, dissect it, then weaponize it. Meditation turns chaos into clarity. Workouts convert tears into triumphs. Surround yourself with stories of others who've done it. Books, podcasts, real talks that remind you pain is universal, but so is the potential to transcend it. Daily affirm it, this hurt is my hustle fuel. Watch how it shifts your energy from victim to victor. Every morning, feel that ache and smile, it's your edge. Others avoid it, you own it. That resource, it's infinite if you tap it right. Push through the discomfort and watch personal growth explode. Success isn't handed out, it's forged in the furnace of adversity. Keep grinding, because on the other side of pain lies the power you've always had. You feel it creeping in the second your eyes open. Tight chest, racing thoughts, that familiar knot twisting your stomach. The breakup text still burns in your memory. The pink slip sits crumpled on the dresser. The doctor's words echo like a bad dream. Most people reach for the phone, the bottle, the endless stream of videos. Anything to drown the noise. But that's running. That's surrender. And surrender keeps you small, stuck, replaying yesterday's losses on a loop. Stop right now. Drop the excuses. If only they hadn't left. If only the economy was better. If only I had more time. Own it, all of it. The choices that led here. The moments you slacked. The trust you misplaced. Say it out loud. This happened, and I'm still standing. Feel the sting, let it burn, because that burn is proof you're alive. Proof there's fight left in you. Acknowledgement isn't weakness. It's the first rep in the gym of resilience. Now channel it. That 4 a.m. alarm you used to snooze. It rings and you roll out before the second beep, because the ache in your heart is louder than the ache in your legs. You lace up, hit the pavement, and every foot strike is a message to the pain. You don't control me. I control you. The tears mix with sweat. And by mile 3, the rhythm shifts from punishment to power. You're not running away anymore, you're running toward. Same energy at the desk. That rejection email, print it, tape it above your monitor. Let it stare back while you rewrite the proposal tighter, sharper, undeniable. Every red pen mark is a reminder mediocrity got you here. Excellence gets you out. You grind past midnight, fueled by the memory of what not feels like. Coffee goes cold, but the fire inside stays lit. Build the coluses, emotional ones, mental ones. Say no to the pity party invites. Decline the late night doom scroll. Replace them with podcasts that stretch your mind, books that rewrite your limits, conversations that demand growth. When the urge to numb hits, you choose push-ups instead. When the voice whispers quit, you answer with another set, another page, another cold call. Resilience isn't born, it's built rep by rep, choice by choice. Track it. Journal the hurt at night, what triggered it, how it felt, what you did instead of folding. Watch the entries shift from victim to strategist, from reactive to proactive. The same pain that used to paralyze now propels. You start anticipating the triggers, preparing the counterpunch. Betrayal taught you discernment. Failure taught you systems. Loss taught you gratitude. Every scar becomes strategy. This is ownership in motion. You don't wait for the pain to pass. You press it into service. It becomes the coach screaming in your ear, the trainer adding plates to the bar, the mentor who never sugarcoats. And one day you wake up, not painless, but powerful because you stopped letting the pain have the last word. You gave it a job and it's working overtime for your comeback. The email lands like a slap. We regret to inform you. Another door slams. The phone goes silent after the voice you trusted says, I can't do this anymore. The scar tissue pulls tight across your skin, a permanent reminder of the crash, the fight, the night everything changed. Most people see stop signs. You see syllabus. Every rejection, every betrayal, every scar is a professor in the University of Unbreakable, and class is always in session. Start with the sting of no. That publisher who passed, the investor who ghosted, the client who walked. They didn't kill the dream. They clarified it. You dissect the pitch, strip the fluff, sharpen the hook. The next version lands harder because the last one taught you where the blade was dull. Each no is a chisel, chipping away the excess until what remains is undeniable. You stack the refusals like bricks, building a wall no future gatekeeper can scale without noticing your name. Betrayal cuts deeper, leaves a wound that festers if you let it. But you don't. You cauterize it with truth. The friend who sold your secrets. Lesson in loyalty filters, who earns a seat at your table, now passes a background check your soul runs instinctively. The partner who cheated, curriculum and self-worth. You level up your standards, your boundaries, your swagger. The knife in the back becomes a steel in your spine. You walk taller because you know exactly who not to turn around for. Scars, visible or not, are transcripts, the limp from the accident. It slows you long enough to notice the sunrise you used to sleep through. The surgical line across your chest. It reminds you every heartbeat is borrowed time, so you spend it wisely. Physical therapy mirrors life therapy, range of motion returns rep by rep, breath by breath. You learn to load the bar lighter at first, then heavier, until the weight that once crushed you becomes the warm up. The body remembers, so does the mind. Pain carves neural pathways. Next time the load comes, you're ready. Detours are disguised expressways. The job you lost opened the side, hustle that out, earned it in 6 months. The relationship that ended introduced you to the mirror. You finally saw the cracks you've been papering over. You mapped the wreckage, salvaged the parts, rebuilt sleeker. GPS reroutes in real time. So do you. Every wrong turn drops pins on the treasure map. Here's where resilience was born. Here's where discernment sharpened. Here's where gratitude learned to shout over grief. Forge the triad, mental, emotional, physical, mentally. You replay the loss in slow motion, extract the lesson, file it under, never again. Emotionally, you let the tears fall, then wring them out into fuel, anger into action, sadness into strategy. Physically, you move, lift, run, strike, sweat until the body forgets how to quit. The gym, the track, the heavy bag, their classrooms too. Each rep etches the syllabus deeper. One day you catch your reflection and don't recognize the softness that used to flinch. The setbacks didn't break the path, they paved it. Rejections became referrals. Betrayals became boundaries. Scars became signatures. You sign every victory with them. Proof that the detour was the destination all along. The alarm hits at 4:47 a.m. And the first voice you hear isn't the ache in your chest. It's the podcast queued up on your phone, a champion breaking down how they turned rock bottom into a launch pad. No snooze button, no doom scroll, no toxic group chat blowing up with complaints. You chose the feed last night, curated like a playlist for war. That's the first brick in the fortress you're building. Control the input, control the output. Step outside and the neighbor's already lacing up. Same time, every morning, rain or shine. You nod, fall into stride. No small talk about bills or drama, just rhythm, breath, and the unspoken pact that quitters don't run this block. By mile 2, you're trading goals, he's launching a product, you're closing a deal. Iron sharpens iron, and the street becomes a mastermind session on sneakers. This is your circle now. People who speak in verbs, not excuses. Back home, the phone stays face down. You open the book on the nightstand, dog-eared at the chapter where the author lost everything and rebuilt in 90 days. 10 pages in, the agony from yesterday morphs into a blueprint. You highlight, you underline, you screenshot the quote and set it as your lock screen. Positive content isn't entertainment, it's ammunition. Every story of comeback is a loaded clip for the moment doubt tries to pull the trigger. Lunch break hits and the cafeteria buzzes with gossip. You plug in earbuds, cue the seminar on scaling without capital. Colleagues roll eyes, always hustling, but you're not performing for them. You're rewiring the circuitry that used to short circuit under pressure. The voice in your ear reminds you execution eats intention for breakfast. So you open the laptop, draft the email you've been overthinking for weeks, hit send before the fear finishes its sentence. Evening comes, the old crew texts about drinks and venting. You reply with a voice note, grinding tonight, link tomorrow. Then you block the time. Gym bag packed, proposal polished, cold outreach list ready. The couch tempts, Netflix whispers, but the vision board on the wall stares harder. Photos of the life you're earning, not wishing for. You choose the rep, the revision, the call. Action is the alchemy that turns the lead of agony into gold of ambition. Track it daily. A simple notebook who you spoke to, what you consume, what you ship, Patterns emerge, days you skip the run and scroll, momentum dips, mornings you start with winners, you close with wins. Adjust on the fly, swap the draining friend for the mentor meetup, trade the reality show for the strategy session, cure it relentlessly until your environment defaults to elevation. Sleep hits hard because the tank is empty from effort, not escape. Dreams aren't fantasies anymore, they're previews. You wake up already moving because the circle, the content, the consistent action have fused into a flywheel. Agony still knocks. It always will. But now the door is guarded by giants, the voices that lifted you, the lessons that leveled you, the reps that locked you in. Ambition isn't a feeling, it's the environment you engineered and the execution you refuse to postpone. The clock reads 2:13 a.m. and the room is a cage. The deal fell through. The inbox is a graveyard of unanswered prayers, and the mirror shows a face you barely recognize, eyes hollow, shoulders slumped under the weight of another swing and miss. Doubt slides in like smoke under the door, whispering that maybe this is the one that finally breaks you. Most people open the window, let the smoke choke them, and call it a night. You choke it back, you dig, you drop to the floor, palms flat, and start push-ups, not for vanity, but for voltage. Each rep is a rebuttal to the voice that says enough. 10 becomes 20, 20 becomes 50, until the burn in your triceps drowns the burn in your mind. Sweat drips like eviction notices to every excuse. You're not exercising, you're excavating. Digging past the surface layer of I can't to the bedrock of watch me. Mid-rep, you flip the script. Eyes closed, you build the scene in 4K, the handshake that seals the contract, the stage lights hitting your face as you accept the award, the bank alert that ends the struggle. You smell the leather of the new office chair, hear the champagne pop, feel the weight of the key to the house you swore you'd own. Visualization isn't daydreaming, it's rehearsal.